Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing great. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking all about EB-1. First of all, I would like to thank you for all your support, your comments, your feedback, your well wishes that you have given me as I have announced that I got this EB-1 approved. So I thought maybe I should do a video explaining all this, all what is EB-1, how you can get EB-1 if you are not qualified right now, how you can get towards the EB-1 journey, and also we'll touch on my experience in all this in this journey, so you can take something out of my video and you can use it towards your case as well. Okay, so first off, what is EB-1? EB-1 is an employment based, or it can be non-employment based as well. It's an immigration procedure where you can get towards the green card. Okay, and in order to be eligible for the EB-1, there are basically three main criterias. One is you have to have an extraordinary ability. That is one of the criterias. Then in the second criteria, there is an you have to be an outstanding professor or a researcher. Uh, or the third one is that you have to be a multinational executive or a manager. So there are three main categories. Now, in each of these categories, there are evidence and the qualification criteria that you have to come up with. If you have to prove that you have an extraordinary ability, or you are an outstanding professor or a researcher, or you are an executive manager. Okay, so in the first category, which is the extraordinary ability, you have to meet at least three of the 10 criterias, and you have to basically show them evidence that you have an extraordinary ability. And I'll come to those criteria in a bit, but just to give you a high level for now. Okay, and you can also demonstrate extraordinary ability in, if you, for example, if you have won an Oscar award or an Olympic medal, then you just qualify for that extraordinary ability. You don't have to come up with the three criterias, or with three, you have to meet those three criterias. Okay, the good part of this is that no offer is required of employment, and you will be exempted from the labor certification as well, which can save a significant time. Okay, the second criteria, what I have explained earlier, is that if you are an outstanding professor or a researcher, you know you must meet two of the six criterias, and you have to have an offer of employment, and the private employer must show documented accomplishment that it employs at least three full-time researchers. No labor certification is required, but you have to have an offer letter from your employer. Okay, then the third criteria is that certain manager or executive level in which your petitioner employer must be a US employer and intend to employ you in a managerial or an executive role. Okay, and that business and the petitioner must have been doing business in the US for at least 1 year. So this is which you can have, but in this criteria also, no labor certification is required. So in my case, I went on to do this to apply on the extraordinary ability, and the criteria is basically the evidence. For example, in order to prove that I have an extraordinary ability, what I have to or how I demonstrated that is basically, there are 10 parts to it, what I have explained you earlier. And in one of the parts is that you have to have an evidence of receipt of lesser nationally or internationally recognized prizes or awards for excellence. Okay, that you have taken some awards, and that is of international grade. Then the second is that you have to have an evidence of that if you're a member in some association in the field which demand outstanding achievement of their members, meaning that you have to be in an IEEE, for example, group which is highly recognized one. So you have to prove that you are a member of some organizations which are in which nobody can just get into it. Okay, it will go into different scrutiny levels, and you have to prove your worth in order to get into those, like the membership into those organizations. The third criteria is that the evidence of published material about you in professional or major trade publications or other major media, meaning that somebody is writing about you that you have done so and so like good work, and they are speaking about you, and those published material are being circulated into many places. So yeah. The fourth one is that you have asked to judge the work of others either individually or on a panel, like you are a part of a panel in which you are like giving marks or giving evaluations to the attendees, so you are a part of those, and you are a judge, and those conferences or the places where you have judged are highly recognized one. Okay. The fifth one is that the evidence of your original scientific, scholarly, or business related contributions, meaning that you have published some scientific related content, and that content has been used by different organizations to achieve X and Y results. Okay, so this is one of the other evidences. The sixth one is that evidence of your authorship or scholarly articles in professional or major trade publications or other major media. So by the way, this is what I'm reading through is what I have taken from the UCIS website. So after explaining all this, I'll just take you to that what I have applied and how I have make sure that I have enough evidence of this. Okay. The other two is that evidence you have to have an evidence of your performance that you are leading a critical role in a distinguished organizations. And the last one is that you are taking a competitive a command, you're commanding a high salary, or other significant high remuneration in relation to others in the same field. Okay, so these are mainly the criterias where you have to give your evidences, okay, in order to say that hey, you have an extraordinary ability. Now, just taking three, I'll not go into each of these in more details. This is, I'll leave it to you, that if you want to reach out to me, and if you want my further guidance, I can definitely help you out. But just to explain you three of the main criteria here, which is that of your evidence of your original scientific, scholarly, artistic, or related contribution of major significance to the field. So for example, if you have published a paper in a journal, or in a IEEE, for example, conference, okay, or any conference, for example, not specifically IEEE, but any major conference, then that paper has to have multiple citations. That's one. And the second part is that that citation or that work, what you have, what research that you have done on the paper is being used by different organizations, and they have gained lots of good result from your contribution, meaning that you have speak about the zero trust, for example, security in one of your papers. And let's say a security vendor, let's say CrowdStrike or a Palo Alto, they have used your research, and they have done significant good. For example, they have increased their business value, and they have helped so and so forth customers by applying your skills. So this is something which you have to prove for your contribution to be of major significance. So that's one of the examples. Okay. Then the second part is, for example, if you evidence of the published material about you. So somebody, for example, if you have given an interview in some magazine, that has to be highly like recognized magazine, or a news channel, and they have selected you because of your work and because of your recognition, and that news and that writing about you has been circulated into many different places. Okay, and they have many readers, so you have to have some statistics behind that circulation. Okay. The third one is basically that you have been asked to judge the work of others. So judging the work of others, meaning that what is the criteria that you have judged the work. And the conference, or somebody who have asked you to judge, be able to prove that hey, the competition was of high importance. The objective of that competition was to come up with some scientific idea, and to for example build a new product which is high in demand. Okay, and the judgment what we have received from this guy has helped the conference to grow, as well as has helped the participants to improve on their projects. So something in which you have contributed, and that has resulted in some like productivity for either the conference or for the product itself as well. So you can think about whatever you are doing, either a contribution or somebody speaking about you, or you are a part of some organization that has to be of significant value, and you have to come up with some evidences for that as well. Okay. Now, lastly, I want to tell you about something about my journey. Before you actually apply or think about applying this, you have to first believe in yourself that you are capable of achieving this. Okay, that's the foremost thing. If Because in order to convince firstly the lawyers and second to the UCIS, it will take you it will be you have to come up with some solid materials about you and about your work, and you can only do this and come up with those things if you are very confident in yourself and you believe in that what you have accomplished is of real value, you know. Like the second thing is that you have to plan for it. It's not like you think about that, hey, I'm tomorrow or next month I'm going for it. You have to understand all these evaluation criterias. Whatever work that you have done, you have to structure and the format your work so that each of your work relates to one of these criterias, you know. So you have to be very specific to what you're doing, and whatever is missing from this work, you have to plan for it. For example, I'll be okay, I'm missing on my original contribution. Maybe do I'll publish a paper in, for example, in this upcoming conference, and would make sure that those are being circulated, you know. So just make sure that whatever you are going up with, you have proper plans for it. The third part is the networking, you know. So it's very important to network and to be yourself counted in the industry, and the only way that you can do this is by adding value to the marketplace, meaning that if you whatever publication that you're doing, whatever competition you're judging, whatever award you are getting, make sure that it is adding value, meaning that whatever you're contributing is actually yielding some results, or helping somebody, or helping organizations, or helping somebody to build a product, to grow, you know. Whatever you do, it should add value. Okay. So these are the three tips I can give you based on my experience, and just make sure that come up with a plan, and whatever you are missing on any of, if you are missing in any of these criterias, make sure that you seek help from the mentors or from somebody who has already done it, you know, so they can maybe like guide you better that how you can achieve and what are the missing things that you are doing. So I would not recommend you to just go and just get a lawyer and just and they will help you in all in building your case. I would suggest you to get a mentor first to review your case, to tell you what are the missing things that you can do and what things you can improve on, and then based on your assessment, based on your working, then you can take a lawyer and then you can ask them to file for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you think that this is helpful for you, please do like this video, share your comments, share with your peers as well who are also going into this journey. I hope you all the best, and please let me know how I can help you. Thank you. Bye.